Calculating the circumference of a circle. Calculate the circumference of a circle with diameter 15 centimeters. Formula for calculating the circumference is C equals pi d. Pi times 15 and the answer is 47.124 centimeters, and we could maybe round that to 47.1 centimeters. In this second example, what we want to do is to work out the perimeter of the shape. Now, there's the reason why we're being asked to work out the perimeter. What we have here is a semicircle, not the circle. And since we have a semicircle, we can talk about the perimeter. Now, the 4 meters represents the distance from the centre of the circle to the circumference. So 4 meters is the radius. It might help us if we doubled that to get the diameter. So circumference equals pi times the diameter, and that's pi times 8, and that's 25.13 meters. Now, since we have a semicircle, what we should do is divide that number by 2, and that gives us 12.57 meters. Now that is not the end of the problem, because what we've done is we have calculated this length here. It's this part. That is 12.57 meters. If we want to work out the perimeter of the shape, we're going to have to add on this as well. And we should know that that's the diameter of the circle. So the perimeter then, which we'll denote by the letter P, perimeter equals 12.57 plus the diameter 8. And that gives us a total perimeter of 20.57 meters. This third example is a bit more demanding. We have to work out the perimeter of the shape. It appears that we have a triangle on top of a semicircle. We have some information about the triangle, but nothing about the circle. Now, what I'm going to do is to take away the 60 degrees and I'm going to add a line in to my triangle. The triangles that you've worked with already in S2 are right angle triangles, so this triangle here is not a right angle, but we could make a right angle. What I'm going to do first of all is to add a line like so, and then I'm going to draw a line right down the centre, and here is where the 90-degree angle will be. Now you remember we had 60 degrees originally. That means that this angle in here then will be 30 degrees, and so will this one here. So let's see. So I've taken one of the triangles out, drawn it separately. There's the 90-degree angle there. And we have to think about how we're going to work with the semicircular part of the diagram, and I hope you'll see that what we have to do is to work out this dimension here, because not only is that one of the sides of the triangle, but perhaps more importantly, it's the radius of the semicircle. There's the centre there, and the distance to the circumference, that's the radius. So I've marked it X. I could in fact, since this is a circle problem, I'm going to go back and change that and I'm going to mark it R. And I'll mark it R here. So, it's a right angled triangle. We've got to work out one of the missing sides. We've done this loads of times before. This is the hypotenuse. That's the longest side of the triangle. It's the one opposite the 90-degree angle. This side here is the opposite the marked angle. And you can see then that we're going to use the ratio for sine, the sine formula. So sine of x equals O over h. And the sine of 30 degrees equals R over 20. Now, multiply both sides by 20 because I want to get R on its own, and at the moment it's being divided by 20, so R equals 20 sine 30 degrees. And if you use your calculator to do that calculation, you'll find that R then is 10 centimetres. The next thing we have to do is to work out the circumference of the circle. C equals pi d. Now, we know that the radius is 10. If the radius is 10, that means that the diameter is 20. Pi times 20. And that comes to 62.83 centimetres. But of course, we're dealing with a semicircle, so we have to half it. We then get 31.4 centimetres. So, let's go back to the diagram at the top. We know that this side here is 20 centimetres, and this side here is also 20 centimetres. The diagram is symmetrical about that dotted line. That makes life a lot easier for us then. We can finally work out the perimeter. It's 20 times 2 plus 31.4. 40 plus 31.4 is 71.4